My man took me shopping, y'all. I told him I just needed setting spray, but we got new makeup, friend. Changes never go. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Imani. If you are not, hey girl. So I went to Ulta Beauty yesterday because I needed some new makeup. I was tired of my old faithfuls, though I love y'all down, but I ran out anyway. So I figured, you know what? Let's add some new girls to the routine, the new lineup. It was needed. Also, every product that I used, I currently have on my face right now. So you know, I ain't lying about what's tea and what isn't tea. First up, I picked up the Morphe Flickering Sands eyeshadow palette. She's packed with 7 beautiful, neutral, cool, and warm matte shades and 5 stunning shimmer shades. She's a really good palette for getting dolled up, but also every day. Like I said, I'm actively wearing it right now. Also, again, this is Morphe we're talking about. So when it comes down to formula and finish, does she really need to be explained? Like, she's that girl when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. So I don't really feel like you have to explain much with that. I love the fact they put a mirror back in there because I feel like 2016 up until 2020 that we're doing that, and not just Morphe, a lot of eyeshadow palettes, a lot of makeup brands were doing this. And then I don't know what happened, maybe production costs or whatever, but they just stopped and it was kind of like, girl, I'm doing an eye look. I need a mirror. And I know you're probably thinking, girl, just use a handheld. Yeah, I want to use something out of an eyeshadow palette so I could just go straight back into the colors. I don't want to have to go up and up. No, I love the fact that she comes with a very big mirror at that. Honestly, I will put her in my makeup bag to go wherever I go because she gets the job done and gives me whatever look I may be looking for that evening, day, or whatever the day may hold for me. Next up, we have the Made by Mitchell Curve Case in the group Medium. There's 4 blush shades and 4 bronze/contour shades in here. So I grabbed her honestly because I needed a new blush. And if you know me, I'm pinky promised down. Okay, that is my girl. I love that blush. However, I was like, you know what? Let's try something new. I grabbed this palette because for one, I had just so happened to glance over and I was like, oh, let me get that. That's new, that's different. I want to try it because there's also a baby pink shade in here. It's called Sweet Cheeks. She is super stunning. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you should, because I mean, she's there. I'm a pink girly when it comes to my blush, and I feel like this Made by Mitchell Curve Case palette was it. And then as far as my bronzer goes, I have been using my concealers and foundations, and though those are good, I actually like the cream-based formula in this. I used Caramel Chisel for my bronzer, and like I said, I like the fact that there's 4 bronzer and contour shades in here, so you can go as deep as you need to go. Now, to honestly test out the formula though, I am going to wear this look for a while today to make sure that it meshes well with my skin prep and skin type, because y'all know I don't play about my makeup. I need longevity and I need her to be transfer proof. White tea friendly, okay? Next, we have the Kiss Luxtension strip lashes in the style Velvet. To be honest, it's not really much to say about these particular lashes. I have been using Kiss lashes for about 10 years now. They have been my go-to brand. Like I said, for 10 years. I think in my makeup room, I have a drawer full of their lashes from Halloween to Christmas to collaborations. They're just that girl, honestly. You can never go wrong with Kiss. There's literally a lash for every mood and every eye shape. If I'm not mistaken though, I feel like I've had Velvet before and maybe just my lash memory kicked in and was like, oh girl, I know her, go get her. And I just like her because she's not too big, but she does give fullness, but she does complement the eye shape very, very nicely. Alongside my lashes, I grabbed my tried and true Kiss Lash Couture Super Strong Clear Lash Glue. Now, I don't know why the girlie's saying this lash glue don't work. Maybe it's because you're not doing it right. Because when I tell you my lashes can withstand a hurricane, tornado winds, happy fun time in them sheets, girl, lashes ain't going nowhere. I can pull them right now. Ain't going nowhere. And even if I did want to pull them off, baby, you finna see my eyelid extend all the way over there before them lashes come out. The lashes don't budge. I will say, when you do apply her to your lash line, because you shouldn't be applying her to your lashes, we don't want them lashes to just sit anywhere. They should be getting on the lash line. Let her dry down clear. She goes on white first. Let her dry down clear. That's how you know she's prepped and primed for you to put the lashes on, and then she shouldn't go anywhere. Now we have the Juvia's Place Blushed Rogue Volume 4 palette and their bronze palette in the group Tan. So for my blush, I've been using the Bella blush. Now that blush has been discontinued for a long time, but I just really like the rosy / orangey undertones that it gives. It just gave off like my perfect blush tone. However, I'm not gonna lie, like I haven't been eyeballing their Blushed Rogue palette because she comes with two beautiful shades in here, and I am honestly a baby pink girly, so I don't know why I didn't grab her a long time ago, but I really do love this baby pink shade in here. And honestly, this hot pink that's in here, when you pair them together, it just makes for the perfect blush combo, honestly. And this bronzer palette, honestly, I had tried their bronzer palettes back in like 2020, 2021 when they first came out with them. I loved them then and I love them now. I actually used to use them on my clients when I took clients once upon a time. And I just really like the fact that they were two-tone, because I feel like one could be used to give that nice blown out bronze look and build up the intensity, and then the darker one in here will help define your bronzer and give you a more chiseled and defined look. So this was a little nostalgic for me. I love her down. Then we have the Morphe LifeProof setting spray. See, I didn't lie. We did go get some setting spray amongst other things, but we got our setting spray. So Morphe said this was supposed to give a natural skin-like finish. I'm gonna put that to the test. I've tried their original continuous setting mist, and I've also tried their dewy setting mist. I like them both, especially the original. However, I will say the original did tend to leave me a little oily, and maybe it's because I wasn't prepping my skin properly. No, that wasn't it, girl. You was prepping your skin prior. I'll say maybe I wasn't setting my T-zone properly, or it could have just been the formula, but I wanted to give this one a try because I like my makeup to have a nice natural finish in the end. You telling me that it's gonna give me a natural skin-like finish afterwards, I mean, girl, it makes sense. The math is mathing. So honestly, I picked it up because I wanted to see if there was really much of a difference between this one and their original. And of course, like I said, we're doing a wear test, so we're gonna see how well she holds up my makeup. Here we have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 30 Honey. This is another goodie. I used to use her often, so I just decided to bring her back into the lineup just based off of the formula alone. She always gives me the coverage I'm looking for. Plus, I really like the applicator in this one. It's actually particularly small, and I like that because it helps give a more controlled application rather than those big ones that I feel like it's just like, girl, you're gonna use every ounce of product that's on this brush. This one is more like, put it where you need it, finish whatever's on the applicator, then dabble back in there if you need to. But I really do like this concealer. Now, again, with Maybelline. Now, I normally go in for their Fit Me Matte Press Powder, Matte Poreless Press Powder. My girl was sold out. So I had no choice but to get their Super Stay Hybrid Powder Foundation. This is in the shade 332. Honestly, she gives a little bit more brighter than my 330, which was interesting because I thought it was darker, but I'm not mad at it, honestly. And then again, because the concealer, the Honey, the Fit Me concealer that I just used was a little bright, which is odd because when I used her in the past, she was never that bright. So I'm a little confused, Maybelline. Did you change the formula? Because before she used to be perfect for me. Now she's not even little, she's a lot bright. Cause I brightened my under eye because I like to brighten under eyes. And she was pretty close to the concealer that I use. And I was like, hold on. I don't want flashback in my photos. What's happening? So she does look a little bright. One day I'm gonna try her by herself to see if it's still as bright or maybe not. Cause to me, like I said, that looks a little bit darker, but then again, lighting and all can change that. But I do love her. And once again, we're gonna be doing another wear test because like I said, I normally use the Matte Poreless. This one just says Super Stay up to 24 hours. I ain't wearing my makeup for a day. I'm not doing that. But we will see how she holds up. And lastly, I grabbed the EcoTools Daily Brush Cleaner. Now, as a prior MUA, I used to keep brush cleaners. Now, I don't know why I stopped. There's no real reason. So I decided to go ahead and make that habit a habit again. And I got the EcoTools Instant Dry Daily Brush Cleaner. Now, for y'all, because I didn't feel like there wasn't a reason not to show y'all, I wanted to show y'all in real time how well this worked. Honestly, not even just show y'all, show myself. So this is what we have here. Also, let this be a reminder to go clean them brushes. Now, I normally use Dawn dish soap and deep clean my brushes after every use, but it gets to a point, friend. Baby, give me something fast with instant drying and let me do the disinfecting at the end of the week, okay? Truthfully, after seeing how well this formula works, it literally melted the makeup off. I'm definitely going to stick with her because she's affordable and she is effective. Now for your bigger brushes, I will say, specifically foundation brushes, because if you're a full coverage formula lover like me, you have to spray her at a minimum 3 times to get her completely clean. But that's not a problem at all. But I'm not mad at that whatsoever. And then the drying part is taken care of. It's an instant dry. So anytime that I don't have to whip out the blow dryer and burn the heck out of my little hands, girl, Give me that brush cleaner. Now, these are all the beautiful and amazing, lovely beauty products that your girl picked up from Ulta Beauty. All of these products have been linked in the video as well as in the description. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Do not forget to subscribe and become a homegirl, because I always got tea for y'all. And come and chat with me in the comments if you want to know more about the products that I got. Thank you so much for tuning in, friend, and I will see you next week. Bye.